We've got some major updates surrounding the Lakers as they desperately needed this to happen since this has far-reaching implications for the Lakers, not only for the current situation, but down the road as we're fast approaching the end of the regular season, and the Lakers and their coaching staff need to start preparing for the playoffs and what's to come. What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is Lakers Digest coming at you with another video. And before we get into everything we have for you for today's video, I just want to thank you guys for getting us to 17,000 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys from subscribing from far and wide for getting us to this goal. And now let's push towards a new goal of 20,000 subscribers. I believe we can get there before the end of the summer. So if you guys like this Laker content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's hop straight into the topics we have for you today, as the Lakers are getting much needed reinforcements. So the Los Angeles Lakers have been in a bit of a skid here, especially with most of their front court players being out recently, and they've been on a 4-game losing streak, but there could be some good news on the horizon with some of their players returning, in fact, as soon as their next game against the Phoenix Suns. So we got word from the Lakers injury report here that Luka Doncic and Jackson Hayes and also Dalton Knecht, after having a pretty nasty fall in that Denver game, are all probable to play against the Phoenix Suns on Sunday, which is very good news. And then also Gabe Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith are questionable for that one, but it is due to injury management of their injuries that they've had. So it is possible that those guys could play one of those games in the back-to-back, but probably not both of those games, with obviously with Hachimura, LeBron James, and Max Kleber still out and recovering. But this is very, very good news for the Los Angeles Lakers team, especially, like I said, because they have been on a 4-game losing streak, and that is after winning 8 straight games. And even before that, I believe it was like 13 of 15, and then they won 8 of 22. So the Lakers were playing extremely good basketball, especially since that midpoint of January, and it really got derailed there with those injuries, obviously to LeBron James first and foremost because of his impact, but then you also have other guys like Rui Hachimura and Jackson Hayes, as the Lakers have truly missed those two guys in particular because of their athleticism and speed and what they can do in mismatches, and also what they bring to the defensive end. So those two guys being out have really hurt the Los Angeles Lakers, along with LeBron as well. But now getting one of those guys back, especially Jackson, I think this is something the Lakers desperately needed, especially because they've been starting Alex Len at the starting center position, and he has not really been doing too much for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hasn't been really helping the Lakers win in any way or facet, whether it's with scoring, rebound, or blocking shots. None of those he has really done any of that. But having Jackson Hayes come back is just something the Lakers are truly blessed to see, because he's a guy that can do so much for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And it was expected initially that he wasn't looked at to do it. He wasn't coming in to look like he was going to do a lot for the Lakers this season, but he has truly made his impact felt with his speed, athleticism, his lob threat ability. He has been a really nice connection with Luka Doncic, and then also defensively he's improved on that side of the ball as well. He's doing a great job of not fouling, going straight up on certain things, and getting more block shots. So it's very nice to see this improvement from Jackson Hayes, because this Laker team truly needed it after sending away Anthony Davis, because they needed a starting center, a guy that can do his job and do the things that they need him to do in that manner. And Jackson Hayes has shown up to be that important piece for this Los Angeles Laker team, albeit unexpected, but much needed, because this Laker team, especially in that front court, could really use their athletic players, because we saw it in these past couple of games where they were playing. So when they went up against the Celtics, they missed a guy like Jackson Hayes and his size and his switchability. And then obviously going against Denver and then Milwaukee, those guys with their front courts, obviously you got Milwaukee with Giannis and Brook Lopez, and then you also got Denver with Aaron Gordon and Nikola Jokic. Just very massive front courts, and when you're missing your bigger dudes, it's just harder to win in the NBA. So it is just very nice to see Jackson Hayes get back into this rotation, along with Luka Doncic, because Lakers did miss him as well, obviously what he brings to the team, but also just more importantly, just him just building out chemistry with the rest of his teammates, because I think that is the last important hurdle of this part of the season, because you want to get those other players on the same speed with a guy like Luka Doncic. And kind of like where they need to be at certain spots in this floor, because it is much different playing with a superstar like Luka than it is with playing a superstar like Anthony Davis. And then there was a couple other names that were listed as questionable, like Gabe Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith. Those two guys are very important to the Lakers' defensive identity. Those are really two dogs, are part of that. Vincent and Gabe's really just like those three. Those guys, Gabe, Jared Vanderbilt, and Dorian Finney-Smith have all been important to the Lakers' defensive identity. So missing two of those guys really hurts this Laker team. Hopefully, we can get, like I said, maybe them back from one of these games here in this back-to-back, but probably not both of them, since the Lakers are trying to manage their injuries. But there are some good news on the front of some of the other Laker injuries that they have, as JJ Redick gave an update, as this is our next topic here, as there are guys that could be coming back sooner rather than later. So the Lakers, like I said, they have been out without most of their front court players. Guys like Hachimura and LeBron James have been missing time. But we got some good news from JJ Redick before that Nuggets game. This is what he said about them possibly coming back, as he talked about Hayes, Hachimura, and LeBron the possibility of returning within the next week. And he said whether it's 2 days or 7, they are very close to returning. So that is just extremely massive to hear for this Los Angeles Lakers fan base here, as you missing those two guys. They are arguably your second and fourth best player, some of your best scorers on the team that can really punish mismatches. Their athleticism and size really help facilitate the Lakers' small ball looks, and just what they can do for you in the fast break can really elevate the Lakers in the scoring department there. So their contributions has been sorely missed, and hopefully we can get them back, like I said, like JJ said, sooner rather than later, because this Laker team, it's important for them not to fall back in the standings, because it is a very tight race there, especially 2 through 5 of the standings there. Let's just take a look here of what we're looking at here. And obviously OKC is going to run away with the number 1 seed, but from 2 through 5, they're all separated between 1 game, and they all have a similar amount of losses there, with 3 teams having 25 and teams having 24. Obviously, this is before the games of Saturday that went final, but the Los Angeles Lakers just being right in the thick of things, it is very important for them, obviously, not to fall down to the play-in range, but they can still make up ground here. A lot of these teams like Denver, Houston, Memphis, and the Lakers are all going to be playing each other here in these last couple of weeks here of the NBA season. So there is still a chance for the Lakers to gain ground, even though they did lose 4 straight games there. But with some of their guys coming back, this is only going to help this Los Angeles Laker team push them forward, because I do believe that health is going to be probably the biggest factor to this Laker team's ceiling, because we've already saw what this Laker team can be with most of their guys on the floor. They are a very good defensive team with a lot of offensive weapons, led by Luka Doncic and LeBron James, and then Austin Reaves, who coming off of 37 point 12 assist game in Denver. So you have that 3-headed monster along with your defensive guys with Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Dorian Finney-Smith, and then you also have your offensive wild cards like Hachimura and Dalton Knecht. So this team right here has been coalescing at the right moments, and now having those guys coming back from injury is only going to bode well for this Laker team, especially in the stretch run here, because it is important to really tighten up that chemistry and tighten up the screws, especially with the playoffs just around the corner. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys comment down below of what you think of these Laker injuries, and how do you think some of these guys coming back will affect this Laker team. And just one more thing for us, guys. There is still about 80% of you who have recently watched our videos who are not yet subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker updates, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you don't miss any of that action. All right, guys, I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I will catch you guys on the next one.